Hi, my name is Andrea, and I'm gonna describe the concept of our app, and then I will go ahead and talk about the my contributions to the app. So our app is a basic fitness tracker, which is capable of processing data and breaking them into steps, distance, and is able to show a rough graph path using latitude and longitude. Um, uh, our features include the ability to download a CSV file of the sensor data, graphs and tables that are easy for the user to understand, the capacity to compare data from a previous upload using the ThinkSpeak connection, and automatic upload to ThinkSpeak upon closing of the homepage. And so I'm gonna go into more of what I contributed. So the graphics that are on the background of the apps were chosen by me, and I created the load data icon. I also help manage the buttons that are present throughout the app, the entire project. As you can see here, there are the little simple little close apps and stuff like that. I help work with that. I help manage those, and it's kind of hard to see here, but I did help to make the graphs look better once they were implemented in to match the theme a little better. I also worked to do the come up with the calculations for finding the step data, and I also um, helped out with figuring out the distance data and just implementing ThinkSpeak. So yeah.
Hello, my name's Noah. I was part of the Sensors group, uh, Sensors Projects Group 5. I'm partners with Andrea and Vivian, and I'd like to show what I worked on for this project. So going to our drive, I was the one responsible for collecting all the data, as you can see here. Basically, I just went on walk and jogs and recorded the data on MATLAB Mobile. Um, then I was responsible for um, graphing most of the stuff on this window, on our mapping window, which is showing the longitude and latitude, essentially just mapping where you are. I also included this code here that just it takes a URL which was an image, and it takes it and um, imports it into the application. Going to the step data window, I was responsible for most of this here, just the looping and finding the total distances and distances at certain increments of time. And I was also responsible for um, getting the CSV file to show up in our folder. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so this is the app. My contributions to this app included the code um, to help set up and load the sensor data file from the computer. It also included uh, data, the code to display the data into a table. I also helped code the displaying the bar graph and displaying the table in the steps data window. And in the distance data window, I wrote all of the startup function, the calculations, and the loops, and the displaying the graphs in the table. And for the compare data window, I um, wrote the code to graph the data into bar graphs, process the data, and also to retrieve the data from ThinkSpeak. Now I will be demonstrating how the app works. So here's the app. First thing you have to do is enter in your height and then load the data. So now I will load data. I want to log in just walk-in. Now you have this view here of the secondary window. And first I will show the steps data window. Press the button and it will show you a graph of your steps broken up into 10 intervals and your total steps and a table here of those 10 intervals and the steps walked within those 10 intervals. Close that. And then I will open up the mapping feature here. And this one will show you the path that you walked, and it will also show you a table of your latitude and longitude. Next, I'll show the create comma separated value file button, which creates a file of the data, the raw data from the sensors. And so if I go into my files and I open up the folder, I can see that there is the spreadsheet.csv that was just created. And next I will show the compare, actually I'll show the distance data window first. This one's kind of like a bonus one because it uses the mapping toolbox. And it displays the miles that you walked in 10 intervals and a table of those times in miles and the total miles. And lastly, compare data. So the compare data one compares your most recent data that you just logged to your previous walk or run. So I can see that this time we walked significantly less miles at a slower speed and a slower speed overall. Closing and close this one. And then on this last one, when you're about to close, you can use the close app button, and that will automatically send the data to ThinkSpeak to be used the next time as your previous data to be compared against. That is all. Thank you.